Hi, Archie. Your microphone is muted.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
Awesome. Well, let me go ahead and share my screen with you because we left off in a pretty exciting part of the Minecraft book that we started yesterday. So yesterday we met the characters, these 5 kids that are going to be sometimes in the real world and sometimes in the Minecraft world. We haven't learned yet how that is possible. We learned that they are in the ocean, and below them is this gigantic, huge, massive monument or structure or building that looked to them like it was a little bit like a pyramid and a little bit like a fortress. A fortress is a place that would be really hard to knock it over, really hard to damage it, just so strong. And they're a little bit nervous about it because of the color. It's this weird color green that makes them feel like it's a little spooky, a little maybe poisonous. They're nervous about it, but they are so interested and curious, they are going to go check it out anyway. And they have a map, and on the map, there is an X. It said here that the map showed a big red X. So that is what happens. All of that happens before chapter 1 even starts. So now we are going to go to chapter 1, and we can see here, there's a picture right here of a turtle. And because of the bubbles, we can tell that the turtle is underwater. So it is a sea turtle. And the title of our chapter is Sea Turtles. Sea Turtles Run. I think this is kind of a funny title because this word sea, S-E-A, it means the ocean. But the other meaning of, there's another word that sounds the same, sea, which is spelled differently, S-E-E. And that is something we do with our eyes when we are looking with our eyes and we can see something. And I think the author was kind of being silly and saying, you could say, see the turtles run. When you see the turtles run, but he's spelling it like the ocean. Sea turtles is the name of the animal, a sea turtle. You could also say, see the turtles and then run. So I think he's being clever with the words. He's playing with the words. We like to do that sometimes in English when 2 words sound the same, but we spelled them differently and they have different meanings. We're going to see something on this page that says VR, and we need to know what VR stands for. The V stands for virtual, and the R right here stands for reality. So VR stands for virtual reality. This is kind of a complicated word. Have you ever seen somebody using goggles like these? Your microphone is off.
Yes.
These are called VR goggles. Have you ever tried a pair on? Have you ever used something like this?
Yes.
So when you put these on, it looks like all you see is black. It looks, I don't see any glass in front that you can see through. It looks like you're just seeing black. Is that all?
Yes.
You see when you put these on? It's just black color?
No.
What do you see?
um, like a phone, you can do everything. Like you can play games, you can play music or something.
I think you can see anything that you program it to let you see. So you could have a program in there that lets you see Antarctica and the penguins, or up at the North Pole and the polar bears, or maybe even on the moon and what the surface of the moon looks like. Or
Yes.
even the top of a mountain or the bottom of the ocean, wherever you want to see. I think these goggles, when you put them on, it can make you feel like you are right there. You can even turn your head and you'll see things move around. You'll see it from all angles, and it lets you experience it, and it feels like it's real. In the word reality, the first 4 letters
Real.
is real, and it feels like it's real. You feel like you are really there, but you're not. You're actually sitting in your house or at a desk at school, or you're sitting someplace else, but you feel like you are really there. Since you are not there, we can't say it is reality. We can't say you are really there, but it feels like it. So we call it virtual reality. So when you are wearing those VR goggles or a VR headset, then you can feel like you are going into a different place, a different setting, and you can feel like you are really in that place. All right, so let's see what that has to do with these kids being in the ocean. Harper Houston held her breath. She strained her eyes in the moonlight. She knew the white and green speckled eggs sitting in the sand would hatch soon. And she didn't want to miss a moment of it. Harper had seen many amazing things over the last several weeks. That's how long she and her friends had been using special VR headsets to visit a virtual world. They weren't playing Minecraft anymore. They were living Minecraft. So when they put their VR headsets on, it was kind of transporting their mind into the Minecraft world. So they actually felt like they are really in the Minecraft world. And when they see each other, how they're going to see each other is the way that we saw here in these pictures. So in the Minecraft world, they would look like Minecraft characters when they are wearing their VR headsets. And the one we're talking about right now is Harper. She's the one that they are talking about at the beginning of chapter 1. It was all so real. She, Harper, could feel the sand beneath her feet. She could hear the snap and crackle of her torch, and she could see cracks appearing on the sea turtle eggs they'd found on the beach. I think this is very interesting because we say she could feel and she could hear and she could see. Do you remember when we were reading Christmas in Camelot, this word right here? We talked about our 5 senses, what we can see and hear and smell and taste and feel. And so I'm thinking with a VR headset on, maybe that will change what I see. But she's saying it also changes what she hears and what she feels. So maybe she also has, maybe it's not just the eyes, but also on the ears. Maybe it's not just what she sees, but also what she hears. But somehow it even affects how she feels. She says that she can feel the sand beneath her feet. I'm not sure how that's possible. I didn't know that VR headsets are that advanced, unless there is a little bit of imagination in this story. Maybe it's a little more science fiction, where the author is taking the VR headset and then making it even more advanced, able to do things that I'm not sure really can happen yet. I'm not sure people have invented VR headsets that can make us actually feel the sand beneath our feet. But we know that for them, when they are in the Minecraft world, they can feel the sand. They can hear the eggs cracking. So they really feel like they are right there, like it feels real to them. So let's see what Poe says. He says, I wish I could take a picture of this. Her friend Po Chen said, can you say seashore eggshell selfie 5 times fast? This is a tongue twister, seashore eggshell selfie. That comes from a very famous tongue twister that goes like this. She sells seashells by the seashore. And we see how many times you can say it before your tongue gets all twisted up and you can't say it right. Okay, so let's see how many times Miss Camp can say it. Ready? All right. I'll try to go a little faster and a little faster, but then it's going to be your turn. So let's see. She sells seashells by the seashore. 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 I did pretty good. All right, you try it. Oh, you have to turn your microphone on.
She sells seashells by the seahorse.
Pretty good, but it's seashore.
She sells sure. She sells seashells by the seahorse.
Seashore.
Seashore.
And then you have to try to say it like 5 times fast. That's what we do with tongue twisters. It's like a game. And we say to our friends,
she sells seashells by the seahorse. Sure. She sells seashells by the seahorse. Sure.
You're turning your microphone off on me. Let me tell you the other very famous tongue twister. It's this one right here. And I will say it for you slowly, and then I'll try to do it faster. It goes like this. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. A peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked. Okay, so now I will say it.
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. A peck of pickled peppers. Peter
Piper
pickled.
Picked. This one here is pickled, and this one is picked, because this one has an L in it. Pickled, and this one is picked. All right, I will try it. Ready? Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. A peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked. Now, I find it's a little bit easier when I can actually read it. So let me try to take it off here so I can't see it. And I'll try it again. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. A peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked. I've had a lot of practice with this, so I'm pretty good. I'll try one more time. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. A peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked. All right, I'll let you look at the words. Want to try it?
No.
It's just a game that we played when we were kids, and we would come up with a tongue twister like this. The 2 famous ones were the seashells by the seashore and then the Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. And when you try to say it as fast as you can, again and again and again and again, eventually your tongue gets all blah, 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 and then it's funny. So Poe has a little tongue twister here, which is seashore eggshell selfie. Seashore eggshell selfie, see, I can't do it. Seashore eggshell selfie, seashore eggshell selfie, seashore, I can't do it. That's a harder one. Seashore eggshell selfie, seashore, I can't do that. Do you know what a selfie is? This word right here.
What is it?
This is, I bet you and your mom do this all the time. This is when you have a camera and you want to take a picture of yourself. And so you hold the camera up to take the picture of you and what's behind you, or you and your friend, or you and your family. And so you hold the camera up and you go, smile, but you're the one taking the picture of yourself. And so it's called a selfie. Some people have even used sticks where they put their phone on a special stick that's made just for the purpose of doing a selfie picture. And then they can hold the stick way out there, and then it'll take a picture of them and their friends and whatever is behind them. Have you ever done that with your family?
Yes.
Yeah, it's fun. That's called a selfie. So not Morgan, Harper is interested in these sea turtle eggs that she has found on the beach that are cracking. So they are on the beach. That is the seashore. Seashore is another name for the beach. And they found these eggs. The egg shells are cracking. And so Poe is saying, hey, why don't you take a picture of yourself next to the eggshells next to the eggs, the sea turtle eggs. Take a picture of yourself. Take a selfie. And then he thinks, boy, that's hard to say. And so then he turns it into a tongue twister and says, can you say that 5 times fast? When you ask someone to say something 5 times fast, you're turning it into a game, like a tongue twister game. Poe liked to change his appearance in the game. This word appearance is what you look like on the outside. Tonight, he was dressed for the beach with swim trunks, snorkeling gear, an inflatable float wrapped around his waist, and a shirt that only a dad would wear. I wonder what that means. A shirt that only a dad would wear. If only a dad would wear it, then the kids wouldn't wear it. Have you ever seen your dad wear a shirt and you think to yourself, I would never wear that?
No.
No. Well, I think sometimes, especially teenagers, that's after you turn 13. I think sometimes kids who are teenagers look at their mom or their dad and they say, I can't believe you're wearing that. So that means his shirt must be, I don't know, something funny about it. And so the author is just making a funny comment that most kids would not wear a shirt like this, but maybe dads would, because sometimes a dad thinks that he's wearing a shirt that's funny, even though the kids might think it's too silly. So let's see if we can find him. Oh, he must be here, don't you think? Here's the snorkeling gear. Here is the rubber ducky inflatable float. That's this right here, the inflatable float. We really can't see what shirt he's wearing. They're not showing it to us. And this must be Harper, and these must be the sea turtle eggs that are cracking, which means they're about to
Hatch.
And yeah, hatch, right, hatch. And then the sea turtles will be there. All right, so then Jodi, she's another one of the kids. She says, I wish I could bring a turtle home with us. said Jodi Mercado. I just know they're going to be adorable. That means really cute, really sweet. Jodi was the youngest member of the group. She had a soft spot for animals. A soft spot means that she just really likes animals. If it's a soft spot, it just makes her feel like, oh, I just love them so much. If you have a soft spot for something, you're not going to get angry at it. You're just going to find it so wonderful. And then Ash says, I wish they'd hurry up and hatch. Now, in this book, there are a lot of apostrophes. So we need to look at that. You see right here is the apostrophe. And when you have an apostrophe and a D after it, it could be the word had, they had. It could be did, they did. It could also be would, they would. So we have to look at the other words in the sentence to figure out which one makes sense. So when we look at the rest of the sentence, I wish they'd hurry up and hatch. If I said to you, I wish they did hurry up and hatch, that's like, that doesn't sound right. I wish, because they haven't hatched yet. So we wouldn't say, I wish they did hurry up and hatch. We wouldn't really say, I wish they had hurry up. That doesn't make sense. I wish they would hurry up. That makes sense. I wish they would hurry up and hatch. Ash Kapoor said, we can't stay on this beach forever. Ash loved exploration. Exploration means going exploring, going to discover new things, going on an adventure to say, I'm going to see what I can find. I don't know what I'm going to find, but I can't wait to find out what I find. That's what an explorer does. They want to go find new things. She wanted to see everything there was to see in this digital land. Now, digital means like computerized. Okay, so we have to remember that Minecraft, the world they are in, is because they are wearing the virtual headsets. So they're not really in the Minecraft world. They just feel like they are. So here we see all 5 kids. I think this one is Morgan, maybe. And I think this one might be Jodi. Let's see if we can just remind ourselves who these characters are here. All right, so Morgan has this kind of thing on his hair is like that a little bit. Then Ash has one ponytail, and here she has the bow. Harper here has the pickaxe, and she has this bow in her hair, and it looks like glasses. That would be Harper. Here it looks like this is Jodi with the star and the 2 ponytails. And then we met Poe. All right, so that means I think that's the bow right here. So this must be Harper and Morgan, Harper. I see the glasses here. I think this is Ash. I see that little bow here and the glasses. So I think this is Ash. And then this would be Jodi, and this would be Poe. Oh, here come the egg. Here come the baby sea turtles. The eggs broke open. They're hatching. All right, now one of the things this author does is he loves to use pronouns a lot, but we have to always make sure that we know who he's talking about, okay? So here we see the word she, which is a pronoun. We need to go back and read the sentence before and find out who is this. Okay, it says she didn't do a lot of standing around either here or in the real world. So let's go see who she is. When we look here at the last sentence, it said, we go back. Well, we have she again, so we have to keep going back, and it's Ash. So they're talking about Ash. Ash loved exploration. This she is Ash. She wanted to see everything there was to see. So it's still Ash right here. This she is Ash. Ash didn't do a lot of standing around, either here or in the real world. She liked to be going places and doing things. I wish you would be quiet. Jodi's older brother Morgan said, oh, we just got a very good piece of information here. Jodi and Morgan are brother and sister. So Morgan is the older brother and Jodi is the younger sister. So, shushing them. So shushing them means going, shh, be quiet. It isn't safe at night. So Morgan he's being cautious. He's like, please be quiet. It's not safe at night. Anything could be out there. Then it tells us something about Morgan. We're learning a little bit about these characters here in the first chapter. Morgan played more Minecraft than any of them. His knowledge frequently came in handy, and he was very serious about keeping the others safe. So Morgan, of the five, Morgan knows the most about Minecraft. He wants to keep everybody safe. So he is very responsible and cautious and careful. He does not want anyone to get hurt. Okay, so I think it's probably good to have him around. Harper smiled to herself. All of her friends were wishing for something. She didn't have anything to wish for, though. To her, this moment was perfect, just as it was. The eggs hatched, one after another. Tiny baby sea turtles emerged, that means came out of, to crawl along the sand. The friends all took a step back. That way, little guys, Harper said, pointing to the ocean. Go swim. Harper knew a bit about real-life sea turtles. She knew that hatchlings, that would be the babies, immediately made their way across the sand and into the ocean. She assumed Minecraft sea turtles would do the same thing. We talked about this word assumed a lot with Christmas and Camelot. Assumed, remember, is when we believe something is true, even when we can't prove it. We often talk about the word assume or use the word assume when we think we know what someone else is thinking, right? Or, for example, if I see someone with an umbrella, I might say, I assume you think it's going to rain. I don't know for sure what that person is thinking, but I look at the clue about the umbrella and then I can say, oh, I'm making an assumption. I assume that you think it's going to rain. So we often use the word assume when we're talking about how we think that we know what someone else is thinking. But you can never really know what someone else is thinking for sure unless we ask them. We're going to be putting our star here in a minute, but I wanted to just look at one thing. It said here about Harper, it said all of her friends were wishing for something, except for her. She wasn't wishing for anything. She was just happy to be there. She was not in a hurry. She was just looking forward to seeing the baby sea turtles come out. Let's look back and see what the other four people were wishing for. Do you remember? Morgan was wishing, I wish you would be quiet, right? He's nervous because it's dark and it's night. He wants everyone to be safe. So he's like, I wish you would be quiet. Okay, so that's Morgan. Let's go back and look. Oh, So Ash, what did Ash say? Ash said, I wish they would hurry up and hatch. She was in a hurry to get moving. She doesn't want to stand around. She wants to go do stuff. So she wishes that the sea turtles would hatch quickly. Jodi said, this was Jodi. She said, I wish I could bring a turtle home with us. I think that would be to the real world, right? Not just in the Minecraft world, but in the real world. So Jodi, we also learned that she's the youngest member of the group. So that was important information about Jodi. She's the youngest, and she would love to bring a sea turtle home. So now we know about Ash and Jodi and Morgan. Who else? Poe. Poe said, I wish I could take a picture of this. That's what he wished for. He wanted to have a picture of the sea turtles hatching. So Poe wished for a picture. Jodi wished to bring a sea turtle home. Ash wished they would hurry up. And Morgan wished that everyone would be quiet. Harper wasn't wishing for anything. She was content. If you're not wishing for anything and you are fine with everything as it is, then you are content. Content means that you are at peace. You don't need things to be different in order to be happy. You are fine with that.
I just thought the zombies will come and it is true.
Yeah, well, I just noticed right here, zombies. That means tomorrow, be ready, because tomorrow it looks like the zombies are coming. Okay, yeah, that's right. They're coming. So we will be ready. So we are right there. That's going to be the first thing that happens tomorrow. Okay, Archie, let me hit stop share. I'm very happy to see you.
Me too.
We will get back on track here. So I'm going to say, so long.
Chit.
All right, bye-bye.